This is heavier than last time.
This is a pretty special one today. Got Curly with us. As we always start off with, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am 41 years old. I was born in Sydney and my body hurts every morning and I like drains.
When did you start exploring?
1999.
Hi, I'm Radha. I'm from Sydney. I've been exploring drains since almost exactly just over 15 years. I did my first drain intentionally after knowing what drain exploring was as a hobby on Christmas Day while my family were asleep in 2010. So yeah, almost just over 15 years.
What got you into exploring, Radha?
When I was about 6.5 years old, my family moved down the south coast to Otford, which is coincidentally the home of the longest disused rail tunnel in New South Wales, and it was right behind my primary school.
University students. Can you light it up for me down there?
Yeah.
Is that all right to stand up?
Yeah. Motherfucker. Nice one.
You got it, yeah? Nice work.
Muscles.
Should have just asked that lady to help.
Yeah. You see the blue ones, I'm pretty sure those are ones the senile.
Thanks, mate.
Placed.
Ah, that's nice.
So all of the local kids, myself included, a wee young 6 to 7 year old, would spend our afternoons traipsing through this rail tunnel, which was set up as a mushroom farm before it was abandoned. So it was full of old equipment, bits of wood, rickety, rotting structures that we would happily throw rocks and pieces of metal at. But yeah, I grew up going in dank underground holes, crawling in. There was a little round concrete pipe that went under the local train station where you could sit in the middle of the drain and watch coal-loaded freight trains going from Helensburgh coal mine down to Port Kembla Steelworks. So really, I just grew up crawling in holes, and I've never really stopped.
Good answer.
Got me into it.
Yeah.
Smoking bongs like in the bamboo, and eventually someone told me that there was someone who wanted to know about this hole in the harbour that was an old coal mine, and they gave me the contact. This is before the internet, and they met me in Lane Cove and picked me up in a Tirana, and it was silo and peroxide, and they took me to SWU. And when I went down there, I didn't know what a drain was, but I found it out pretty quickly. And within a year, I already came down to Melbourne and started doing other stuff, and it just kept going.
What's number one on your Urbex bucket list?
I would, and I know it's a cliched answer, I'm sorry, I would really, really like to see Pripyat and Chernobyl. I was in Ukraine about 10 years ago, and I tried to get a dodgy tour of the place with some local ridiculous Ukrainian explorers, but we couldn't make it work at the last minute. And I know there's a war on. I know there's been Russian soldiers in and out of the zone, but I would love to see the classic Urbex mecca of Pripyat.
A bucket thing?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. No, that's the whole problem. Like, I had a midlife crisis that really, really was hard to deal with because I thought I couldn't keep going.
Okay.
And I was literally going to manholes, and I was having actual panic attacks thinking, like, we're going to drown.
Yeah.
And everything because the amount of stuff that had gone on in my life.
Yeah.
I know there's stuff in mainland China.
Yeah.
And that probably came out with Lenore, because Lenore, she heard about this stuff, and I'm like, you realize how big that country is, how many billions of people live there, and the amount of infrastructure they built without there ever being anything that we can access. You can't just be like, oh, just look at the maps. You multiply the amount of money and reason to build large drainage systems, and you look at Asia in general, and you look at mainland China and how we don't have access to the information there, and how few people have ever tried it, it's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I am so terrified to think if anyone were able to get into systems that are there, because these cities are 20, 30 million people.
Name 3 urban explorers, dead or alive, that you'd like to go and explore with.
Again, I must apologise for giving such a cliche answer, but I do have to answer. Yeah, Predator. One of the thing that got me to join the Sydney Cave Clan was finding Pred.txt, the collected writings of Predator, including the journals that he was writing while he was dying of cancer. Also his approach to draining, his PhD on molecular biology, but all of his collected writings put together as a book, which was actually printed. In fact, I think there's a copy upstairs at Jura Books, the anarchist bookstore in Sydney. They've got a copy of it.
I lent someone a copy and never got it back.
Orifice has got a copy if you want to borrow it at least.
It's a hard read.
It's a bloody hard read. Like, I had tears in my eyes, but by the time I'd finished reading that, just reading the description of what Predator's life was like, living in squats, teaching I think it was teaching computing at UNSW for a few months out of each year to get a bit of extra money on the side, in addition to living out of dumpsters and drains. But I read his journals and I was like, I want to be like this guy. That is a serious role model for me. I did enjoy reading Ninjalicious's writings about steam tunnels and riding elevators, which feels quite mythical to me with how inaccessible the United States is at the moment. Like, the United States is in the process of collapse. The empire is declining and rotting and falling apart. But I read Access All Areas, I read Ninjalicious's writings about just happily going to university, popping down a steam tunnel, hopping on top of a lift. It does sound magical. I would love to do that.
Curly, do you have?
Yeah, we don't know his name. I think Telvin knows his name. He's a sewer worker, and he's one of the earliest gay dudes who became really worldwide known for his photos and everything. He's literally like got all that beautiful chest hair like busting out of the sewer work outfit. He's like in front of France. He's like the people in the catacombs knew of him, and we kept asking like, who is he? How do we meet him? But basically, like, he'd been to things that none of us have ever imagined of getting into. And on top of that, like, his photos were the most raunchiest, most filthy photos I've ever seen of anyone in sewers. Because there's like a certain amount of kink that goes with all the rubber and all that. And if people have been into that themselves, then he is the god. He is there somewhere. He's got this handlebar moustache. He's older, but he's fit. And we don't know if he's still working or not. That's a marker, because it's like, oh, we need to meet this guy. Yeah, and he was like one of those few guys who worked in the sewers and was like, this is actually crossing over into my real personal life. And you look at the photos and you're like, this guy is actually for real. He's having more fun than most people would ever have. Working in a job, you're more likely to die than most people in most professions.
Is that it, or do you have a second?
All our mates that are gone. Rather than going to explore with them, just basically like rewinding back to 2003 and having the clannies again from 2003, when we had 13 cars coming down from Sydney. And literally like 104, or even newbies. Like meeting all those people over again and having the same vibe. Because I don't know how to make it happen again. I even missed Marauder. I miss so many people. Like, I could make a list, but it'd literally be about like 30 people. I miss Nikki right now, and Dirge. Well, you want to talk about the baby?
So, Gilligan, literally what would be 10 steps, said you haven't been here.
Nick minute.
10 steps later.
Yeah, I'm
Gilligan.
all over it, man.
He's done fucking... That's crow's feet. But that's because... What are you up to now? 1008 grains?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, well done.
Thanks, mate.
There's a crossbar thing coming up in about 20 metres, Dave.
Yeah, no worries.
Gilligan?
Yeah, it's hard.
I know, I called you Dave. I was just correcting it. So people don't know that Dave and Gilligan is the same person. If you were an Urbex superhero, what would your superpower be?
I really don't like this question because of Mark Explo. He did an interview for Otter ages ago, and he was like, "It's like being Superman."
So fuck that question.
Yeah, I mean, there is no such thing as superpowers. It's actually really boring what we do. Like, you have to be somewhat really, really far out of society or have some sort of drive that's never going to be superhuman. It's actually really, you got to do really uncomfortable and not good things.
What about if you had a superpower where a curtain could come out of your back and surround you so you could shit anywhere?
No, I wouldn't. No, I'm fully comfortably shitting wherever I want.
Okay. Same question.
If I could have a superpower to assist me in exploring, I would love to be able to turn into some sort of puddle of liquid and flow through a tiny pipe. There are so many drains, especially in Sydney, the land of stoopy fucking drains, where I'm sure that there's some really beautiful brick or sandstone, like buried bridge, hidden 300 metres up a 2-foot side pipe where, you know, theoretically my body could physically do it, but I might be dead by the time I get there. And I would like to turn into a liquid and flow uphill, please.
Oh, like Alex Max.
Exactly like Alex Mack. I used to watch that show when I was a kid. Exactly. Yeah, I want to be Alex Mack. Well, I can do more than going under doors. I can flow down the keyhole of a manhole in the street. So yeah, Alex Mack.
Important stuff here, ISO. Cock and balls.
Don't get that.
Yeah, no, you're talking over the most important part of the video. Cock and balls. Oh, and a woman.
The whole reason why we came up here, isn't it?
Yeah, we can go back now.
I'll wait until we're in the main thing now.
What's that say? Beach, how many minutes? 60?
Yeah, I've never come up that way.
Exit 10 seconds. So we're at the freeway split where you go left into the smaller tunnel.
Yeah, what you see, it's pretty bright in here.
Yeah. Whew. Huh?
Yeah, now we're in this.
That feels like piss. Here, but you don't need them yet. I'm going to leave them where I have to start crawling.
It just gets more. Yeah.
Get smaller.
This is your last chance to stretch for a bit.
There you go. Little fucker. He's still complimenting it. So I was just saying to Goose, this is called the middle ear. You climb through. It's like a testing. It's like a testing thing for new people. It does get bigger, but it's only a shrinker. And you did all that. So this is you're an official hardcore cave member because you did this stupid test.
Oh, so the last 38 years doesn't count.
No, it's not the last 38. Doing the middle ear is what it's all about. So it's initiation's completed.
Alright, thanks. So there's no anal raping or anything?
There is a little room down that ladder if you want to go have a look.
Cool.
Just a little one. Will we all fit in?
There's cool little feature holes.
I reckon you can all fit in down here. Whew. Oh, right.
Drain over a drain.
Yes. Well, I was tricking you. I was tricking you. It's not really.
Oh, what fucking day store?
This is alright. Interesting what it's like this. Yeah.
Hey, ISO. It's got your name written underneath you. Turn around.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't go exploring waterfalls.
It's fucking big.
Idiot.
Bloody big. We must have come from this side, right? Or even just straight down here.
What year was it?
Yeah, 97 or 8.
I don't know. I can't remember. It was only there was only sections of it done. It was still wooden boarded off.
Yeah.
I was going to say, did you do this while it was just the old bit, or did you do it?
No.
We did it from the top.
They weren't even joined up. If we want that.
How big is it for how little water?
I know.
It's like in reverse of that first time, it's the water.
Bloody
I
big.
think this is like the reserve capacity of the way from 100 plus.
Whoop, cock and balls, and that's quite. That's a shaven cock and balls.
Oh, how very well.
Is that you, Dave? Dave, come here. Come here. Come here. Put your head beside it, side profile. Yeah, it's you.
Doesn't cover, right? It's trenched up the whole street.
Just think, by the 50th anniversary, at least one of us is going to be dead. I'm going to save this video and schedule it for 10 years.
Oh, beautiful blue sky, shining down in the darkness of the dream, baby.
I'm saying his grade is 99% round.
99% what?
Round. Tell us something about yourself that most people wouldn't know.
I'm very open. I'm pretty certain most people know everything.
Sorry, I'm holding it the wrong way around.
Oh, no worries. I'm really open. Like, everyone's heard everything. If I've sat in a room with them, they've heard everything.
Yeah.
There's almost zero that I was never able to be hidden away. Like,
I do remember you would tell us stuff like, you know, like, holy shit, yeah, I remember. I was a bit like that when I did one myself, and I was like, fuck, I don't know, I tell everyone everything.
I don't care who you are. Like, I'll literally speak to you.
Unfortunately, I'm in the same boat as Curly. There's really nothing. I fucking run my mouth 24/7. I'm an open book. There is nothing that I haven't told everyone who knows me that I would then be able to pull out to tell Doggo on a DrainTalk video, because there's nothing. Sorry.
I've had some really good ones. I added that question in. I thought I'll see how it goes, and I just got like Nippy did his, and he's like, oh, I'm a beekeeper, I make honey, and I just got like these next 5 were like really. I was like, fuck, this is the best. This is the best question, but it does have that drawback. Yeah, you do it too. Oh my God, look at all this water. What unusual critters have you found whilst exploring?
Tubifex worms.
Okay, I knew you'd have something.
Yeah. If you want to see the video, it's a guy from Minneapolis who has something like 500,000 views on YouTube, who got a video of one of them in one of the drains, or it's actually sewer, because they prefer sewers and industrial runoff.
Cool.
And basically it's a worm colony that if you touch one side of it, the entire, like hundreds and hundreds or thousands of these worms react in a alien sort of way. And people post videos of those things on YouTube saying like, we found alien life.
Alien microbes
Alien
colonising
microbes.
sewers, square brackets, real!
Yeah, there's nothing. But other than that, like rat fleas, they're fucked. Don't let them get anywhere near you.